epidemic. And that is now doctors are giving people with PSD prescriptions to get a card, and they're giving the card free if they're prescribed with PSD.
With a prescription.
PTSD. And they can go into a dispensary and get off the opioids and get on.
I will tell you that the VA doctor actually told my father that maybe he should try medical cannabis. Now, he does not know that he's actually a patient of medical cannabis science, but he did test positive at 92.
You know, one of the main reasons I got into this is I felt it was so important to do good by doing well. And I have been in several businesses just wanting to make money. And now I find when we do patient appreciation days, the most exciting thing about cannabis is when people come up to me and say, Gay, you've changed my life by eating your product or by using your topicals.
Now, did you see the documentary called Weed the People?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
And the lady who was busy cooking the stuff on her stove, I mean, she was being paid for it, but she began doing it because she saw a total lack of quality. And I mean, there have been tests out there done by, you know, various labs. You know, they'll buy 10 samples of a CBD product, they'll find CBD in 4 of them. You know, you really do have to be, you have to watch products like yours, you know, the products you can trust, like Upside Edibles, CBD Upside. I have the same sense of Papa and Barkley, the same sense of, whose web is it?
Charlotte's
Web.
But Gay, can't you find test results for your products easily on the website so everyone can see what's in them? So
We're third party lab tested. Everything is on our website, absolutely.
And the problem with the back alley stuff, which is still out there, the black market, is you don't know what you're getting. You really don't. You know, it's those of us who came from back in the day. It's like, oh, good, I just spent $15 for an ounce of oregano. I can make a pizza tonight. You know, we all got burned like that. You don't burn.
My mom was just told in a store back east that the CBD she was using was FDA approved. And she called me all excited to tell me about it. And I told her to go back to tell that woman she's a liar. Because right now that's not the case. And that's the problem, is the misinformation. So with a product like this, everything's clear and transparent. You can see where it was made, what's in it. And that's what you need to look for when you're looking for CBD and THC products. You want it to be on a store like Janice's at Koreatown or the Antidote, where you know she's sampled and has a high standard of products, and or manufacturer like Gay's products.
To Joanna's point, I get questions all the time about how do you know good products. And it is about the lab testing.
It's about the lab testing. It's about the filter, the person that knows who is doing what work and how it works.
The wonderful thing about this space, there's good news and there's bad news. The people, for the most part, got into this space because of an illness. And so you're meeting the most wonderful people you could ever meet. My partner was childhood leukemia, 10 and 12 years old. This man is the most beautiful man you've ever met because he came through it. Life is so precious to most of the people who have used this product, and so they're wanting to give back. And so I have met the most beautiful people because of, it's like a second life that they've garnered. The other thing is, people who want to invest come to me and say, who should we invest in? And I say, due diligence, because with every startup and with every new industry,
it's like the internet.
It is. And so you must do your diligence when you're going to invest.
You know, it's interesting that if you're following everything in Theranos, and I'm Theranos obsessed, all those high rollers, those mega millionaires, they did no diligence. They didn't check on anything. They just got, seduced. Siren's Song, all that. And it's, you know, in this market, for this stuff, you just don't want to be selling, you know, gummies that are just gummies for a lot of money. I do miss medical only out here. because you could actually get samples of things. There'd be people with tables set up and they'd give you samples. You could try them and see what worked. And you could use your own body, if you were fairly conscious of it, not everyone is, of what it was doing, of totally what it was doing. And we run to people who spend their lives tasting, sampling. And I go, how do you do it? How the heck do you do it? And they'll speak of, a very high tolerance level. I think thank you, we have one over there, a super taster. I'll say for myself, my tolerance level is middling to average. It's like, I haven't really pushed it, and I'm not going to. We're all super cautious. My mother-in-law dropped by the other day.
It's the same thing, Meryl, when you were taking a Vicodin. You're super cautious when you take that medication as well. And